What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an all my love reading for the sign of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, you guys are last but not least in the zodiac lineup for group one. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so, um, sitting in your energy for a minute before we get started, I did see one of the cards from the wellness deck. Two actually. One was cassette that stuck out to me, and axe. Okay. Um, Cassette is usually meaning something of nostalgia, history of some sort. Axe, possibly cutting something off. Okay. So it could be a long term. Connections that might be getting cut off, making some changes in your life, possibly. Um, could be in reference to music. We've kind of touched base on that in previous readings for Scorpio, sometime around last year. Primarily, I think, in your Tap Into Your Soul readings and maybe something else, but Tap Into Your Soul really sticks out the most. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started for you guys. The top card is in reference to your energy. The bottom card is in reference to the energy of the situation and or person. And then one energetically from the middle. There's a card in particular that's sticking out to me. It's not this one. I think I want this one. Okay. This one is in reference to the energy between you and the situation and or person. Okay. So remember, Scorpio, you guys could be sharing your energy with multiple energies, multiple collectives. Okay. Those who have placement in Scorpio. Okay. And there could be some cross watching. Okay. Based off of those who are around you in particular signs. Okay. So let's see what you have. You have cooperation, okay? New energy alert, okay? Either that cross watching energy, or you guys have had some change in your energy over the course of a couple of your readings so far within the last week, okay? Then we have unity, which is the energy of the situation and or person. And then the energy between you and the situation or person is empathy. Okay, empathy. Also, new energy alert, because I think that's the first time I've ever seen that card come out. I've seen unity come out before. Okay, so I like how this starts, okay, with you guys, especially at the beginning with your energy and how the two energies combine into empathy. Okay, so let's get into your energy with this cooperation. All right, cooperation. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm like feeling the old school game of Operation for some reason, which is in there. Okay, which is in the word cooperation, but for some reason that comes to mind, thinking of nostalgia, if you will. Okay. Um, and think about what Operation the game is. I mean, it's exposed. It's a body that's exposed with the bones, and you have to try and get and collect all the bones without touching the sensor, the metal on the side of the frame of the body. And so it could be very sensitive. Maybe you guys have some things that are sensitive for you to talk about. Okay, so in cooperation, it says, in your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. Okay? In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. Okay? Cooperation. Okay? I like that. All right. First time seeing this card come out, I really like that meaning on that card. Okay. So, in a sense of cooperation, it is you possibly willing to cooperate with another energy in regards to the exchange of love. Okay. Maybe you've been searching for it, but again, like I said, that game of Operation, being very sensitive based off of maybe past hurts and relationships that you've been in. Okay, you and Cancer kind of share a little bit of that same sentiment between your readings. None of their cards came out in yours so far. Okay, but that is the vibe that I'm getting from your energy, is finally coming to terms with um, maybe understanding and being reciprocal of the love that someone has been given to you. Okay, now let's move on to the person and or situations energy, which is unity. Okay, unity, which is a really good sentiment to come after cooperation. Okay, it says you understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Okay, you understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Okay, so with that unity, I feel as though you have possibly been experiencing things that maybe connect you to this particular person, okay, such as maybe a song or a TV show or a restaurant or food, something that connects you with that person that makes it very integral. Maybe things that they've done with you, the sharing that has been exchanged between the two of you. Maybe that person sharing more than you on your side, because Scorpio, you can be also kind of skeptical as Cancer is as well. Okay, um, and so there is this possibility of unity, or just remembering the unity that you shared with a person. Okay, and maybe having your energy in this cooperation is based off of reflection. Okay, if you haven't already, check out your heart's desire reading, because we kind of discuss you being in a reflective standpoint with Four of Swords coming out in your main spread. Okay, so really nice energy here, Scorpios. Let's lead on into the energy between you and the situation and or person, which leads to empathy. Okay, empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Okay, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Okay, so beautiful energy here. It feels like possibly an awakening happening for you guys, Scorpio, when it comes to who's genuine and who's not when it comes to your life. Okay, whether that be in the form of friendships that you have, multiple connections, or with one in particular. Okay, take what resonates and pass the rest. Okay, but it's a beautiful thing to finally understand and maybe see things from a different perspective of another person. Okay, so it's almost like you've now walked a mile in someone else's shoes to kind of understand how they've come to the conclusion of how they feel about you. Okay, so very beautiful. All right, and it's time to have empathy towards that person, or you're requesting empathy from them. Okay, but either way, it's going to be shared in a sense, because I do like that the word shared is in here for unity. Okay, but very beautiful energy for the All My Love reading. Scorpio, like I said, be mindful, you do have some people who are cross watching, but I do feel like this is your energy, Scorpio, in the sense of kind of coming to some form of awakening. And usually with Scorpios, it takes them some time. It's like you literally have to go through a lot of tests when it comes to Scorpio, because they do have a tendency of testing people's patience and mental and emotional stabilities when dealing with them, because Scorpio, you guys go through a lot. Okay, as far as, because your still waters run deep. Okay, you may be still on the outside, but you're a raging river on the inside. Okay, and so you don't like people to know, but it does show eventually to those who know you the best. Okay, so, and you are a water sign, and that's, you know, that's pretty indicative between all the water signs in my opinion, but with Scorpio it stands out the most. Okay, so Scorpios, I am doing a little bit of a shuffle on your deck. Well, not your deck, but for your reading on these Island Time Wellness. And this is where we look at what your focus is on or should be on, okay, within the situation or with this person, okay? So we're doing one from the top and one from the bottom, okay? You can take both of these messages for yourself, or you can take one for yourself and one towards the situation, or vice versa, whatever resonates with you, okay? So the first message is, I shuffled and I like you still came out, okay? This came out in Cancer's reading, okay? Same placement and everything, okay? I like you. And it says, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date, okay? Now, this could be your energy, Scorpio, on where you are right now in evaluating a connection, okay? Actually admitting to yourself that you truly do like someone more than what you've, expressed or shown, okay? And so this is a good person for you to date, okay? Maybe you've, like I said, cassette and axe, maybe you've cut ties with certain people so that way you could possibly date this person and make your focus about them, okay? Your second message is girl with a snake, okay? Girl with a snake, okay? It says empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries, okay? Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries, okay? Now, girl with the snake could be in reference to, like I said, someone who is kind of manipulating you in a way of using your kindness for a weakness, okay, Scorpio. Possibly trying to manipulate or coerce you by trying to play to your likes or interest of some sort, okay? You have to be mindful of that, okay? Empathy coming out here twice, okay? But sometimes people have a tendency of using your feelings, like let's say you're having a very friendly conversation, it's more so platonic type of friendship. This person may be interested in you, and they know that you've been going through some dating issues, things of that nature, okay? They've been listening to you, using that against you to play to your interest, okay? As in what you like in your person or in a person that you're going to date, and they try to play themselves to your likes and interest of a person, okay? That meets your interest, okay? So kind of be mindful, all right? Like I said, there has been some cross-watching energy as of yesterday with the Heart's Desire readings. So I've posed for Cancer, you guys, and I think Leo to be very mindful, okay? And it could be a Leo and it could be a Cancer that are cross-watching on your energy, Scorpio, so be mindful, okay? If someone out of nowhere, and I've talked about this before, all of a sudden, and this was in Capricorn's reading last year or a couple of months ago, where all of a sudden this person likes something in particular that you like and they know you like, and you know is not even anywhere in their interest, but all of a sudden they like it, okay? Sometimes people have a tendency of taste change, okay, like such as certain foods, things of that nature. Now, me personally, I'm a foodie at heart. I'm always going to try something that's outside of my normal, just so that way I can try it. And then once I do, if I like it, I'll stick with it. If I don't like it, then I'm like, it's not for me, okay? But I'm not going to like something just because someone else likes it that I'm attracted to, I'm just going to be direct and say, look, I like you. Okay, that's point blank, period. I don't have time to be playing games with someone. So others, on the other hand, are like, oh, maybe if I like this, they'll see that I like it and they'll start, thinking of me in another way. And it's like, no, it's just, if anything, Scorpio is going to be suspicious and they're going to be like, since when do you like this? So you have to pay attention to those particular signs, okay? So with that being said, be mindful of this person with the snake. It's time to enable some boundaries, okay? They also could be very triggering for you, okay? Especially if they try to bring up or say in a sentence of, well, they don't sound like they're good enough for you, but maybe you should think about me. And eventually it ends up coming out where that was what they were getting at all along, okay? And so even with playing you as a friend and then all of a sudden wanting to think of you as something more, especially let's say you broke up with someone, they've been a friend with you this whole time while you were in that relationship, and now that you're single, all of a sudden they want to mingle with you. Okay, they never brought anything up while you were friends, but they've just been sitting up here biding their time, playing the long game to be hopefully more to you, okay, and playing to your feelings and your sensitivities, okay, and thinking they can wiggle their way in. So be mindful, okay, Scorpios. Now, next, we're going to go into the romance angels. I'm going to do a light shuffle in regards to the outcome of the energy, okay. We're not going to cut the deck. I'm just lightly shuffling as the energy shifts a little bit, okay. 2, 3, 1, okay. And we'll do one from the top and one directly from the bottom, okay. Same thing goes here, one for yourself, one towards situation, both for yourself, or both towards situation. Whatever resonates is what goes with you. You leave the rest for everyone else, okay. So first message is, let your friends help you, okay. Let your friends help you. It says, ask for and accept support from others, okay. Those that you accept support from are those that are genuinely wanting to support you, okay. There are no ulterior motives, okay. I must make that very clear, okay. And you have to be able to use your discernment, Scorpios, and know who is really there for support, okay. Those who are there for support possibly have witnessed this person doing this and will honestly tell you, yeah, she's playing to your emotions. Exactly, okay. So let's move on to the second one, which is unrequited love, okay. Unrequited love. Not the first time this has came up. It didn't come up for you before, but it did come up for, I think, a different water sign. It might have came up for Pisces, I think, the last time I did one for them. Not sure, but I know this is not the first time this came out. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, okay. So whoever this is, like I said, with these two being here, let your friends help you in unrequited love. There could be a situation of mutual friendship here where someone or a group of people are familiar with this particular person and how they may know some inside information that you don't know, Scorpios, of how this person may talk behind your back about, their ill-intentioned plans of getting with you based off of some sensitive situations that you've been in that they're familiar with, and they're trying to play to your interest, okay. Somebody knows something, if not multiple people, and this person has possibly been running their mouth off, and they should have just left things well enough alone, okay. It's time to create boundaries, okay, and be very mindful, okay. Be very mindful. It's just the same as if it's someone saying that they're spiritual but they're really not, okay. You've known them to be highly religious. going to Sunday school faithfully, whatever the case may be. And I'm not, I'm not pointing fingers or trying to make fun of people that, of religion, do what you do. But I'm just giving you an example, okay? If someone says they're spiritual, but they've never shown any signs of it, of being spiritual, or even know what spirituality really means, then you have to be mindful that's somebody who's trying to play to your interests, okay? That's a dark empath, if you will, okay? Because there are different types of empaths. There are light worker empaths. And I found a article that was really interesting, but on Google, that was about empathy. And there are different types of empaths. And so you have to be mindful of what kind of empath you are. I've kind of associated myself with a couple of the empath definitions. There's like earth empaths. Of course, I'm an earth sign. I like get really pissed off when I see people littering, and I actually pick it up. But there's animal empaths as well. People that can kind of feel the innate emotions of an animal. There's all types of, there's dark empaths, and this person obviously is a dark empath if they're moving with a sense of personal gain or ill intentions, okay? So look it up. You'll be very interested to know about that, okay? But nonetheless, Scorpios, that's really all that I have for you guys for right now. Until the next reading, as I do have 8 more signs to go through. And so, I do them in groups of 4. So, again, as always, I can talk to y'all all day, but I can't, okay? But hopefully, between this and all your readings that have recently been out for the last week will be helpful to you. So, until then, peace.